30 years ago, when I started painting, I did what I was supposed to do. I did what I thought I was supposed to do. So Somerville Manning, there's something kind of wonderful as the first gallery that I ever started with, I'm still with, and they have watched me evolve and change. That change that happened, I don't even know when it was for me, of going from painting objects because they're objects, that switch flipping to me going, I'm not painting anything without the narrative, that there's some type of story, that there's something that I'm trying to say, that I'm not just painting for the sake of painting. And throughout these years, I've grown more and more accustomed to trusting myself and going, this is my journey, this is my path. And they've stayed with me as I've gone through my own evolution and finding humor and finding narrative and finding stories that I now put in paintings. People say, how do you get all your ideas? I've had to train my brain to allow me to daydream. That sounds funny, but there's that old notion of an artist pulling his hair out and not knowing what to do next. And I absolutely know what to do next. I found myself last fall busy in my mind, and I kept cranking out little small ones one after another. For some reason, these little ones I called duos, which were two objects, one countering against the other. It's been a good creative time for me leading up to this show. And people ask, well, what are you saying there? I like the fact that they sit there and they daydream, and I let them encounter art in a way that they're drawn into it and they start writing the story. And so to create a painting that someone goes, I'm liking it more and more, or it's becoming part of the family, that's pretty cool. Even though my typical size is that 40 by 30 that I like to do, I enjoy going big, going large, because they become the showstoppers. They become the piece that people go, whoa. Shark happened when I was walking through downtown Kennett. I went over to Kennett Works, and there hanging on the wall was a taxidermied shark. And I immediately bought it and walked a half mile back to my studio carrying a shark through town, and knew this is going to show up in a painting somehow. I didn't have a plan originally. So I do have a giant collection of props, which do become reoccurring characters in my paintings. So there actually is a painting in this show called Cast of Characters, where many of my reoccurring props are all peeking through a canvas. I like revisiting these guys because there is something that they can offer again, and I can offer even more with them the next time I paint. One of my favorite artists is Wayne Thiebaud, and Wayne Thiebaud had this quote that said, there's nothing wrong with going to the same well, just dig deeper. And I love that. A lot of art can be beautiful wallpaper. And I realized once I started changing, my art kind of screams. I want it to look like, yeah, that's Robert Jackson, but that he's always having some fun, that he's always trying to surprise me. It's dangerous to produce humorous work. It's also dangerous to paint work that people like. I think it's harder to make people happy, and then to make happiness that doesn't become a quick punchline that's not funny the next time you hear it. I had an interview the other day where the guy asked, is the creative life a joy or agony for you? And I'm like, if it's agony for you, why the heck are you doing it?